It's fun to shop in different countries. They got all kind of different foods in here. International stuff. I feel like a tourist, shopping tourist. So we're in an IGA and they got all kind of neat stuff in here. And even upstairs, they have a bistro. You can have dinner in there. Pizza, make your own pizza. I guess it's like their deli. So we're shopping in an IGA in Levy outside of Quebec City. They got like real spices here. The real deal, full things. It's juniper berries, cloves, cardamom. It's always neat to shop in different places. They got healthy looking fruits and vegetables here. I guess they probably grow them around here because the climate here is good for that. And it's all kind of stuff you don't normally see, like brown tomatoes, squiggly tomatoes. I think the apples come from locally too. We're heading out. We're leaving, Pam's putting the slide in right there. We're leaving the KOA in Quebec City, and we're heading up towards New Brunswick on the very tip-top part of it. It's a nice time here. We did a bike tour, a walking food tour, did a couple hikes, saw some nice waterfalls. And now we're gonna head on to the next thing. Pam's gonna start the coach here in a minute. We're gonna, here she goes right here, build some air. Then we'll bring the jacks up, hook the van up, and 121 miles to the next fuel stop. Coach, while it's building there, Sarge has his spot right there. Pam's in the back making a cup of coffee. We'll be rolling in about 10 minutes. So make sure all the jacks come up. That one's coming up. They always come up real slow. Those will come up. Then the airbags will fill. That jacks up. Pretty soon the air will start filling the airbags and we'll get to ride height. That one's coming up real slow. It always does. That one gives us fits sometimes. All right, the back airbags are full. You can see we have a huge gap between there now. That's up. And the front airbag is coming up slowly. You can see it raising. If I could hold the camera still, you could. So we're fueling up about halfway towards where we're going to New Brunswick, and had to pull to like a regular gas pump here because they don't have a truck stop here. But we're going to put in 362 miles on the tank so far. So I got to do the math. It's by liters. It's $1.75 per liter, which is times 3.79 liters per gallon. Then you got to do the conversion rate, so it's like $1 Canadian is about 73 cents American. So we'll I like number, that's a number. So Pam and I are rolling through this town called St. Simon's. It's just a little old village, but there's a pretty church over there on the right. And there's a car repair shop over there. Fix your tractor there. And we've been seeing the lilac bloom all the way since Michigan. The further we go north, we're seeing the lilacs in bloom. We'll probably see a whole lot more of these little towns as we go, the further north we go. And the road went from 4 lanes down to 2 lanes. So we're getting away from civilization, which is good. So we left Quebec and we're going to where, Pam? Les Michels. And we're on a pretty road. It's kind of bumpy, but there's farming all along the sides. And there's another church steeple up there. These little towns are all probably population 500, I would guess. They're farming communities because we determined that this is all farmland, and they ship all the farm products back to the big cities. Got a church over there. We're out hiking Mount Ernest Laforce on a humid day. think it's like about 3 miles and about 800 feet of gain. It's pretty paved trail. You can see behind me it's trees and ferns and tons of birds. I've seen 3 new birds on the first mile of the trail, so can't beat that. Listen. There's a yellow-bellied flycatcher I'm looking for next. We're hiking on Mount Laforce. It's a nice trail, but there are all kinds of plants and flowers here. I mean, just probably 50 different kinds right here. We use the Seek app to identify them. It's like not like a rainforest, but or a jungle, but lots of plants. Pam is up there. There's a huge rock with a bunch of moss, and these pretty white flowers are going out of the moss on top of the rock. So I checked the weather forecast and it said it wasn't going to rain, but weather forecaster failed because we drove 1 hour and 10 minutes to get here. So I checked the weather for the location where we lived or where we're parked at, not for up here. We have one poncho we can share if we have to. Whew, uphill, tough. Sometimes the best view is not always ahead of you, but behind you. This is part of the Appalachian chain of mountains, the international Appalachian chain. The same ones that go through from New York down to Georgia. Formed at the same time. This trail's 600 feet of elevation gain, and it's only 3 miles, but the first mile and a half you gain all 600, then you make it back on the other half. But there's still some snow way over there. It's a pretty place, but it's humid today. Pam and I are both sweating, hot. We'll go up top and have lunch, cool off a little bit. It's all downhill from there. So. You can't beat this. Well, you can if it wasn't so humid. Made it to the top. I'll do a 360 view. This hike was tougher than I thought. I said 600 feet, we can do that, but the first half is 600 feet up. The second half will be 600 feet down in 1.5 miles. So, live and learn, I guess, huh? Of Mount Laforce, I think that's the name of it. So observation tower there. We met some people there and I flew the drone. Nice 360 view here. Kind of like the Appalachian Trail, or actually it is the Appalachian Mountains. Nothing jagged or rocky, but kind of rounded off over time. Pam is heading right down there. You can see her hat, I think. She's over there. heading down the trail. It's much easier going down. Pam's way up there, but it's rumbling off in the distance. Hope it's not that one. And the trail smells like pine. This smells fresh. Hear it rumbling? Pam and I are hiking at St. Anne's Chutes in Giuseppe. I can't say that word very well. Anyway, it's a nice river over there and the waterfall's right back there. So we're here hiking the St. Anne's River and the St. Anne's Waterfall. Let's take a look. There's that side. And I'll spin around, come over here. There's that side. I'd love to get in the water. It's 92 degrees out today, but the sign that says don't get in it, so we gotta play by the rules. We're in Giuseppe National Park. I have a hard time saying that. She's breaking the rules. She's gonna put her feet in the water. She's hot and I'm hot. We're at St. Anne's Waterfall, or St. Anne's Chutes. We're down here in the shade. Can't put her feet in the water. And it's a pretty place. This is like a marshy, swampy, boggy place. It's up on the ground like this. It's like a trampoline or something. It goes all the way into there. It's probably good moose territory. Long day hike in the heat. We're heading for a cold beer or a glass of wine for Pam. Where are we at, Pam? Hotel Chateau something. It's like a fancy resort. There it is. Mont Albert Chalet. Sure, hello.
Do you want to eat or drink? Both?
Just drink. Good. Thanks. Pretty. Pretty. Don't you? That's a room with a view, I would say. A little bit of snow up there in the very tip top of the mountain. Looks good. Thank you so much. Cheers to a hot hike. Pam and I stopped by Mount Albert, the chalet, cottage, and restaurant. It's a pretty historic place there. We stopped in there and a nice cold beer, and Pam had a gin and tonic.